Hello everybody and welcome to the World Monologue Games Youth Category Global Finals. My name is Pete Malicki, I am the creator of World Monologue Games and I am your host. Little bit about the event. So the games were set up last year in response to the impact that worldwide lockdowns were having on the arts and entertainment industry. Theatres were shutting down, film sets were shutting down, and there wasn't all that much for actors to do. And so I wanted to create a platform that gave them an opportunity to keep working, to stay sane, and to get in front of an audience. And here we are 1 year later at our second global finals. This year we had 350 performers in 27 regional live stream events. We had 6 categories and 51 different countries were represented. What you're seeing tonight or today or this morning or this afternoon, whatever time it is for you. The youth category winners, the best youth performers from around the world, that's actors aged 12 to 17. Now, as our viewers, you will get to vote for your 2 favourite performers. Can't do that yet because you need to watch the show first, but I'll come back on at the end and talk a little bit more about how the voting works and what the consequences are, etc. If you want to support these lovely, young, talented performers, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, leave a message in the chat, or leave a comment if you're not watching it live. That is a great way of helping with the YouTube algorithm and getting us to reach more people. Whilst they are young and beautiful and innocent looking, some of them may have some strong language and some strong adult themes in their words in this show, so please do be warned. We can have some pretty strong content at World Monologue Games. What else do I have to say? I think I just would like to give a shout out and a happy birthday to Elaine Malicki. Happy 75th mum, love you. Hope you're having a great day. And without further ado, I am going to play a pre-recorded message from our wonderful global ambassador, Chen Tang. Chen is a Hollywood actor who comes from China and works in LA. He is a lovely dude and he's doing great stuff in Hollywood. He's very kindly representing the games as our global ambassador, so he's got a few words of support, and then once I've played that little message, it'll be straight over to the performers. So everybody, I hope you have an enjoyable show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the World Monologue Games 2021 Global Finals Youth Category.
Hello! My name is Chen Tang and I am the Global Ambassador for the World Monologue Games. So you guys are now watching the youth category in the Global Finals. These are the best team performers in the whole world, so sit back, enjoy, get some popcorn, and enjoy the show.
World Monologue Games, Global Monologue Games,
Global Finals of the World Monologue Games.
World Monologue Games 2021.
Hi. Sorry about all the rescheduling. Oh, damn it. Sorry, I forgot there's this pill I need to take or else I get all weird. Yeah, I know I brought them. You know what, just hang on a second. You know what, whatever. It'll be fine. Oh, it's no big deal. It's just a precautionary drug, you know, won't kill me if I don't take it for one night. I may just be a little bit out of whack. You probably won't even be able to tell, you know, it's whatever. So, anyway, it's nice to finally meet you. Oh yes, so nice to finally put a name with a face.
You're funny, you're cute. He's not cute, you just haven't been out in a while.
That is not true. He is good looking.
Shh, you're embarrassing yourself.
Quit breaking out.
What? Why are you jumping all over me?
She started it, girls. Don't fight. What would your father say? Oh, let him fight. You stay out of this! Hey, leave him alone. You just met him. Oh, he can take care of himself. Who brought the monkey? Not me. Not me.
Not me.
I did. I'm so sorry. A monkey? Come on. You better behave yourself, young lady, or you're getting grounded. Get over a case, woman. Oh, look. The pills. Okay. Okay, it's starting to kick in now. In a couple of seconds, I'll have settled into a single personality. But don't worry. 9 times out of 10, it's one of the normal ones.
Hello. Gathered around to see the madman, hey? I feel like an animal, trapped in a zoo. Can't even begin to count how many times you've thrown me in here. Better give you the entertainment you want. The definition of insanity is when you do the same thing over and over, hoping for a different outcome each time. It's when you see things that simply aren't there. It's when you're trapped inside your own head with your own disturbed mental thoughts. You know you're truly mad when you deny your insanity to yourself and others. I myself have fully embraced it, making me even more dangerous than a lunatic in denial. Now look who I am. I'm the room made of rubber, with a horde of observers watching my every move behind the safety of glass. I should have been more careful to conceal my mental condition, but it's difficult to do when you're crazy. When you do the same thing over and over, hoping for a different outcome each time.
You're not really trying to tell me that you killed yourself. Is this a YouTube video? Where's the camera? I told you, don't do those pranks on me. I don't fall for that shit. What? I'm her best friend. If she planned to kill herself, I think I would know this. I mean, I'm not saying that her mental health is the best. I mean, clearly it's not with everything that's going on in school and at home, but, you know, I'm here. And always have been. I just know that she would never do that, okay? Okay? So can you stop with this? Where's the camera? You're trying to fool me.
Wow, that's great. Giving back to their family and friends, the people who love them. But to kill them, now that's power. None of these people deserved their lives. Look at them. They were the best, and that meant nothing to them. I've never been the best. Always smart, but not the smartest. Pretty, but never the prettiest, and yet I always knew that there was something inside of me that would one day make me great. I've never been content with the idea of simply living, dying, and being forgotten. But I won't be, will I? I'm willing to bet that when you go home to your sad little life tonight, I'll be on your mind for quite some time. I used to think that if I saved 100 people, I would be worshipped and revered. But sure, they'd be grateful. What about everyone else? They'd see me on the news and they'd think, oh, that's nice. And then they'd change the channel. But what if I just killed one person with my bare hands, not because of revenge, but because I like killing? The whole world would stop with me in the middle, everyone focusing on me. I've always lived my life in the background. There's always been that one teacher who thinks I'm stupid, the parent who doesn't care, the sibling who overshadows my achievements with theirs, the friend who shuts me down every time I try and speak. No one even cares, but they will. I just want you to think. The next time you try and belittle someone, make them feel worthless, just as you've done to me, I want you to think of me. And think of them, and think about how much you'd respect them if they had their hands around your neck and they had a choice to release their grip on your throat, or to just keep pressing.
We were almost like twins, Sarah and me. And our birthdays were only 3 days apart. Sarah used to spend a lot of time at my house, and my dad was always really nice to her. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought he's been friendly. He used to tease her all the time about how much He used to tease her all the time about how much she looked like me. He did make me feel uncomfortable sometimes when he'd say things like, "Oh, Sarah, if only you were 15 years older." One Monday morning about 6 months ago, I was walking over at Sarah's house that we could walk to school together. And there were a couple of police cars in the front of our house. The officers were on the front porch talking to Sarah's parents and older brother Timmy. I went up to the front porch to see what was going on. And Sarah's mum was crying so hard she could hardly stand. Timmy quickly took me aside and told me that Sarah was dead. He said she'd been beaten to death. I stepped away from Timmy, dropped my books and just started running. I didn't know what to do, my head was spinning. Eventually, I made my way back home. And the next thing I knew, my dad was being arrested for Sarah's murder. My dad. My dad is now in prison for the rape, murder of my best friend.
Hey, I've been thinking about you. I've missed you. I really have. Do you know, I feel stupid standing here talking. But I just needed to say that I'm sorry for what you went through. I can't imagine. Well, actually I can, because in a way I went through all that with you even though I didn't know. Laughed when you laughed. Cried when you cried. I just wish you would have ever recognized that. And I am sorry for being selfish. But I miss you. I'm sorry that you had to go through all this alone. You didn't have to. I mean, you knew this was going to happen. How could you keep it to yourself? I am not selfish. I'm not selfish, you are. But I'm not gonna cry anymore. Because you don't deserve it. And you don't deserve it because you should be here. In the first place. I hate you. And somehow I love you. I loved you. But I really need to stop now.
I don't know how it started. No, that's a lie. I know how it started. I just don't know how it got out of control. Just a few kilos, I kept telling myself. Once you drop 2 sizes, then everything will be back to normal. I've never considered myself overweight. However, I knew I was a little chunkier on the bottom half than I was supposed to be. It didn't help when my friend and I were talking about having trouble fitting jeans. She said, "You're so different. You're so tiny on top and then round out. Misproportioned." After that, I decided I was going to start exercising to lose the weight. I worked out every day after school and on weekends. I only ate low-calorie food and I only lost 1 kilo in a few months. So I just started skipping meals. Not eating lunch wasn't a huge deal. My school has a messed up schedule, the lunch hour was at 11 and I wasn't hungry anyway. Then I stopped eating breakfast. After a while, I lied to my parents saying I ate in the break at work, when in fact I tossed the supper that Mum packed out. Now I can't stop. I'm so obsessed, and I know something's wrong with me. But is it so wrong to want to be thin? Now people look at me and they notice me. Now boys think I'm attractive. I want to be attractive. I want to wear the trendy clothes. I want to look good, but how can I keep this size if I start to eat regularly? I can't. That's right.
what I'm doing is wrong, but it's the only way. And I've accepted that.
He didn't make a sound. He wasn't dramatic, not like a film. I went to him and knelt down. There was blood on his shirt. It was nothing, a tiny nick. But as I held him, it spread out. A guy came over and said, "What happened? I'm a nurse." I said, "I don't know, and is he going to be alright?" Danny's face went from normal to the colour of paper, right in front of my eyes. He went from being alive to being dead in an instant. Never seen anyone dead before. But I knew he was dead. I saw the life drain out of him. His head was in my hands and I was shouting for somebody to do something. The guy who was a nurse gave him mouth to mouth. He knew it must have been a waste of time. I think he did it for me. To say, look, I'm doing something, I'm doing the best I can. Then the ambulance came. I don't know who called it. Police cars were all over the place. Sirens, blue lights. People were still going to bars. Dodging around police cars. People who were still alive. Like he'd been a minute ago. How could he slip from one state to the other in the blink of an eye?
Before we moved here, we had this big dog named Scout. Mom said he was a total mutt, but I think he was also part collie, and maybe part golden retriever. Scout was supposed to be the whole family's dog, but he was really mine. I mean, after school, it was me he would be waiting for. And at night, it was always my bed he slept in. But before we moved here, we found out we weren't allowed to have pets. So I had to give him away to one of my cousins. I don't really talk about it that much, but sometimes I dream about Scout. He's got his ball in his mouth and he's looking for me. And I'm saying, "I'm here, Scout. I'm right here." But he can't see me, and he can't hear me. And I'm saying, "I'm here, Scout. I'm right here." And then, I don't know, I guess I wake up. I wonder if Scout dreams about me.
You want to know why I did it? I get it, but there's like hundreds of reasons. So it's more like, why didn't I do it sooner? Madison is always shoving those bags that cost like $1,000 or whatever on my desk when she walks by, and telling me how she's donating her Jimmy Choo shoes to the thrift shop and I can afford them there. She also flirts with my dad. Did you know that? When he picks me up from school, she always finds a way to bend over like she's in some movie. And she invited all the girls in our grade to the spa, except me. It was a hot and cold sauna. I could keep going. But the last thing she did before I came into your office, and I really hope all of this is making sense to you now. She tripped me in the cafeteria. That's why this isn't blood on my shirt. It's pizza sauce. Because I fell. Didn't even get to eat my lunch. So I think you can understand why I finally took one of those Jimmy Choo shoes off her feet and smacked her Invisalign mouth with it. I mean, come on. She was gonna donate them anyways.
Fine, I'll do it. Augustus Waters was the great star-crossed love of my life. Ours was an epic love story. I won't get through this without disappearing into a puddle of tears. Why are you making me do this? I'm sorry. For you. Our love story will die with us, as it should. I hope that you'd be eulogizing me, because there's no one else I'd rather have. I can't talk about our love story now, so I'll talk about math instead. I know there is an infinite collection of numbers between 0 and 1. There's 0.1, 0.12, 0.112, and an infinite collection of others. Remember, Van Houten told us that. I want more numbers than I'm likely to get. I want more numbers for Augustus Waters than he got. Gus, you gave me a forever within the numbered days. And for that, I am eternally grateful. I love you.
Mom. I wish you were here so that I could talk to you. I've been wanting to tell you about all of this pain and numbness that I feel will never go away. It's the reason why I wear hoodies all the time when I'm so tired. Having all this doubt in a better existence. First I was gonna tell Dad, but he was asleep.
Didn't want to have to bother him with my problems after I had to work the night shift this week. Felicity and Xander are in college now, so they have class today. Sometimes it really sucks to have siblings who are 10 years older than you. Never getting a chance to play with them, never having someone there when you need them. I'm on the bus, so I was going to tell Izumi, but he wasn't on the bus. And at school, I couldn't get in with the counselor or any of the people in the office, and all my friends just... All of my friends just ignored me when I tried to speak to them. Then I thought maybe it was a sign. So that no one cares that I'm not important enough. That I'm worthless and irrelevant. The world would be better off without me. And now as I sit here next to your grave, I wonder, would anyone miss me if I was gone? No, now it's decided. After I leave here, I'm going over to a high bridge over the interstate freeway, and from there it's just me, the asphalt, and the sky. I guess I will see you soon.
That's another janaza. The 5th this day. Nobody told us this was the kind of childhood I was signing up for. Why? Why out of all the children out there does it have to be our bodies that are ripped each day? Buildings that stood tall and strong yesterday are now what but? Just a pile of rubble. Families that stood together until yesterday no longer exist. They have not only snatched our right to freedom, education, and childhood, they have snatched our right to life. Hope has begun to leave. Buried under the remnants of that building while I shrieked, I saw many others just blinking silently, not moving. It was more like they did not want to be pulled out, because they knew, if not today, then tomorrow, there was no future ahead, no purpose for living, because who would they live for? All they had ever cared for, ever dreamt of, are now just memories. What did we do? What was our fault? At least there should be an explanation. What? You announced a ceasefire? Really? Was it ceasefire or increase fire? My brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, did not stop dying. Bodies upon bodies. Palestine has become a bloodbath. There is no surety of life, no surety of a tomorrow. It seems like with every breath we're drawing a step closer to death. I hold on my breath, trying to make it stay longer. Is bombing entire cities, killing thousands of innocent people, called self-defense? I think not. You cut down one head, 2 more will take its place. You kill all of Palestine, the entire world will rise against you.
So I lie, one who has no peace, night or day no slack release, from the continues of beats weighed by my bare feet. I was walking and I was screaming. Up to town they go, mercilessly down my back. Keep on sending trivers down this jungle track. So I lie, and I sing. I sing the song I like the sunrise, because it brings a new day. I like the new day, because it brings new joy, they say. So I lie. I can never sleep through the killings of the night. I have gone mad since then. I have no soul. And when the rain comes to fall, zizwe zethu ziphelile. Sizilile. Come, 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 come and dance with me. Come and dance the dreamer's dance. Smoke the ashes of a country in a trance. I am a soul gone mad. Too done and too glad.
I killed your real mama. Shot her in the face just like them papers say. You had to have known something was off. All these years deep inside. I raised you as my own ever since the weather had you. Your mother was in no condition to be raising a baby. We were close to sisters. Heck, I was all she had. Promise I'd do my very best to raise you as my own on her behalf. She recovered from drugs. Relapse, recover, relapse. This went on forever. Wasn't so sure what I was going to do with her. But I think the final straw came when she threatened me. Saying she was going to go to the police in order to take you away from me. I had a decision to make, didn't I? Made up a bank robbery job that we could pull together. Promised her all the money in the world. So we get our lives back on track. I thought long and hard as to what I was going to do with her. Final word to my mind decided. I was gonna kill Luella. So, that's what I did.
The baby cries. I open my eyes. It's darkish. The digital clock beside Barry reads 6:07. The baby needs a feed. The videos need to go back today. And I need a copy. I need to inquire about yoga. Gwyneth Paltrow does yoga. Maybe if I do yoga, then my life will begin to resemble Gwenny's. Why does the baby need a feed? The baby down the road is sleeping through. That baby's a week younger than our baby. What's wrong with our baby? Is it the light? Is it the cold? Is it my diet? What are we doing wrong? Oh, I shouldn't have eaten that curry. I should have said no to the curry. I'm a selfish, horrible, stupid, greedy mother. What's wrong with our baby? Screaming now. There. Clomp, clomp, clomp. It's Amy. Amy gets into bed. But be careful of the baby. I'm feeding the baby. Don't squash the baby. How many countries are there in Africa? I don't know, Amy. I'm trying to feed the baby. I don't know. I don't know, but I should know. Switch breasts. Ben's in the kitchen. I want Cocoa Slams. No, yes, Cocoa Slams are evil. Cocoa Slams are not evil. Cocoa Slams are breakfast cereal. Sweetheart, we've talked about this. You're not having Cocoa Slams. But everyone else's mums said they get their Cocoa Slams. Okay, the Cocoa Slams, eat the damn Cocoa Slams. What's wrong with Ben? He's only 8 years old and he already hates me. Ruined the last 8 years because I'm an egomaniac and a control freak. Oh, it's not his fault. I'm the mother. He's the child. How many countries are there in Africa? I don't know, Amy. I'm trying to fold the washing. Look, sweetheart, how many do you think there are? All right, let's just say 30.
I can't believe it. It was my future. So I have to give up the one chance I may never get again. Is that it? I'm the one who has to pay for what you couldn't do with your own life. I'm not judging you. I can't even talk to you. I don't exist to you. I have tried so hard to get close to you, but there was never any room. Whatever you had to give went to Daddy. And when he died, whatever was left went to Laurie. I've been jealous my whole life of Laurie because she was lucky enough to be born sick. I could never have a light on in my room at night because Laurie was always resting. I could never have a friend over on the weekends because Laurie always needed her precious sleep. You know, I used to pray I'd get some terrible disease or get hit by a car and then I'd have a leg all crippled and twisted. And then once, maybe just once, I get to crawl into bed next to you and hold you and talk to you until I fell asleep in your arms. Maybe just once.
Why I did it? Why? It's because I like it. To hold someone's life in your hands. To be in control. No. The moment when she realizes your power, pleads with her eyes, she begs for mercy. You have a split second to decide to kill her, to take away the most valuable thing, her life. I mean, that is real power. None of these girls deserve their lives. Look at them. None of them appreciated what they had. They were the best. It meant nothing to them. Nothing! Me, I've never been the best. Smart. Never the smartest. Talented. Never the most talented. But I used to imagine other ways to be recognized. What if I killed just one person? I mean, people would pay attention, you know? The whole world would stop in the center. Everybody looking at me. All I've done is just stay in the background. There's always someone student who got better grades than me. Like a teacher who always made me feel stupid. One friend who always shut me down. Next time you put someone down, make them feel stupid. Think about me, and I think about them.
they could do to you? Would you respect them if they had their hands around your neck? If they had the choice to release their grip or to just keep pressing. Just think about it.
What you wanna be, float your mind and listen to the beat. Rockin' to the levels, you're so fortunate free. Looking up and arise in me.
Alrighty. Huge congratulations to the performers. Some really incredible talent there for these teen actors from all around the world. And to the viewers, I hope you enjoyed watching the show. If you are curious to get involved with World Monologue Games, we would love to have you. You can register for next year already. There is a link in the description of this video. We also have a film festival where the rules are essentially one actor only, 1 to 2.5 minutes. There has to be camera movement, so it's not just like what you saw a lot of with the show tonight with cameras on tripods. But it has to be quite dynamic, and production value is definitely factored in. And it runs for 1 to 2.5 minutes, if I didn't say that. I'm going to probably start repeating myself because I don't remember what I said. So get involved with World Monologue Film Festival. We'd love to see you there as well. Again, link in the description. Now, what I am going to do is publish a change to the description, and you should now be able to see a link to the voting form. If you're watching live, you will have to refresh the screen. If you're watching later, it should be there. Now, voting is open for 48 hours, so please get in quick if you would like to have your vote considered. You have to vote for exactly 2 people, and there's no first place and second place. You just pick the 2 favorites from this show. We have judges who are watching the event as well, and we will give a certain number of points to the judges and a certain number of points to the viewers and add them all up, and we will be announcing our winners on Wednesday the 24th, this coming Wednesday at 8 p.m. Sydney time. And it is 10 to 8 in Sydney, Australia, if you are in a different time zone and watching live and wondering when 8 p.m. Sydney time is. Shout out to our sponsors, Arts Business Academy, and especially Nyakachana, who are donating most of the prize money, the cash prize money for the winners. Extraordinarily generous of you guys. Thank you very much. And I guess the only other thing I can say is that we have our main professional category starting in just over 1 hour here. So please tune back in. We'd love to see you there watching the adult actors in the main professional category in about an hour. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. See you soon.